My name is Brian Meyer. I'm a partner with the Center on PBIS. You guys found the ballroom. Congratulations. The escalators and the stairs that somehow go in circles, but you're here. I'm really glad to have you guys here. This is the 25th forum. We completed 26 years of the Center on PBIS, and we're starting our 27th year. Is that right? It's in. Yes. Thanks, Kelly. Raise your hand if this is the first time you're at the forum. That's a great number. All right, here's another way of thinking about it. Who here is in the process of getting ready for PBIS? Anybody in the getting ready phase? Like we're investigating. I think you two are brave right in the middle, like, yes, we're figuring it out. Yeah, you two, yeah, I'm talking to you. I know, go on. Who here is getting started? Like you're underway, we're starting to implement a little bit? Who's in the getting better phase? We've been doing it for a while, let's focus on fidelity. Awesome. That's gonna come up a little bit later, get them ready for you. It's gonna be great. Yes. All right. This is a technical assistance activity of the Center on PBIS. It's not even called the conference. This is called a forum. This is where we take the latest research and applications of the PBIS framework, and we're going to share with you what we have learned, what is in place, and you're going to hear from exemplars from around the country. So we're very excited to share that on behalf of the Office of Special Education Programs and the Office of Elementary and Secondary Education from the U.S. Department of Ed. There are over 1,200 people here today. 45 states are represented. All right, I'm going to make sure we just have a few logistics in place. So first off, to navigate the event, you need to have the app, either the mobile app or you can get it on your computer. Reminders went out, so you should have the app, you log into it, and you'll have a passcode that was sent to each of you individually who registered. There's a few things in that app I'm going to highlight to make sure you have the most or have the best experience here. Okay, so first off, click on Agenda on the app, and you can see all the sessions, or click on My Agenda, and you'll know what you guys have registered for. You might want to switch sessions. And the way to do that is if you click on a session that you're in, you can unselect it. So you deregister from that session, that opens up a time slot, and then you can pick something new, okay? Sessions that are full would not be available, but we worked really hard to get the largest rooms here, trying to avoid that this year, okay? In the app, we also have a place for you to chat and share. Please use that as well to communicate with other participants at the event. We will send you information and notifications, things reminding you to complete evaluation tools, for example. That is in the inbox, and if you go on your app right now, I'm sure there's a little symbol there saying you have a notification to read. I think we're just going to test you on that. So it's important that you can understand how to use those pieces. We will be sending out updates and reminders throughout the next 2 days, and that's where you'll find it in that top right for the inbox and notifications. If you want materials from your sessions, when you're in the session on the app, click Add Materials to My Conference Bag, and then on the front screen of the app, that's how you can download all of those to your computer. So all the materials that we have are accessible. That's the process that you're going to use to get them. Okay? All right. Evaluation is important to us. We are the Center on PBIS after all. So we would like for you to evaluate every component of this event. That includes the welcome and the keynote. That includes each of the sessions that you're in as well, and then the overall event. The best thing to do is at the end of each session, click on in the app, you can just click on the link for the evaluation. Do it right then. It's a very fast process. Give us quality feedback so we can use that to adjust for next year. Speaking of next year, the dates are set. So October 22nd, 23rd in 2025, we're going to be right back here at the Hilton in Chicago. So put that in your calendar. All right. That is more than a year from today, but it takes a whole year to plan this, okay? It reminds me of planning a wedding. Spend an entire year getting ready for it, well, depending on the wedding you had. Maybe you didn't. Maybe it was a surprise, I don't know. But then it's here and it goes really fast. For us, that's only possible because we have the most amazing foursome in conference and event planning. Cheryl, Patty, Alana, and Jennifer. They're the ones who are at the front desk. They're wonderful. They represent years and years of experience and are very connected to the work and the purpose of PBIS as well. So they love this work, and we couldn't do this without them. I also want to thank Heather George. She's not here right now, one of our co-directors. She is our connection to the center and helps to make sure that this forum is meaningful, connects, is exactly what we want to have each year. Who here is a volunteer for the forum? Raise your hand. Thank you. You can see our volunteers because they have it on their name tags. Thank you very much. You'll see volunteers have a purple ribbon. Staff have a green ribbon. Reach out to anybody with those colors and they can help you find where you need to go. We had a scavenger hunt last night with the volunteers. They navigated the hotel. Nobody got hurt this year. One year we had an incentive and that encouraged racing. It got a little dangerous because people like incentives. So our volunteers are wonderful. Thank you all for doing that, for being here and helping pull off this event. We couldn't do it without you. Another announcement is we are very excited that the beta of the Tiered Fidelity Inventory, version 3, is now available on PBIS Field Test. TFI fan. Huge TFI fan over here. We've spent a couple years working on validating this, and 25 coaches from around the country, like yourselves, had multiple schools who completed the tool. 4 of them are here. I'm not going to ask them to stand up, but they have a special gold ribbon. And if you want, you can say, tell me more about the TFI, please. And they will share with you their experience and hopefully how it has evolved to be more meaningful in terms of mental health, equity, classroom practices, and many other ways. So we're very excited about it. We encourage you to use it this year if it fits what you're doing and help us complete the rest of this validation process so we can officially publish it later on. Okay, so thank you to all these coaches for that great work. All right, this hotel is amazing. Agreed, thank you. And it's quirky. That's what happens when you have historic buildings. So, it is a little challenging to navigate, but you are smart people. One of the ways that we're going to help you with that, on the app, we have a little icon that says, how do I find places? And we've navigated getting from this ballroom to the various places that you need to go. You can also ask a volunteer. You can follow the crowd. You'll probably be fine. We just understand that it's a quirky hotel. We appreciate that. Feel free to point that out in the evaluation. We accept that feedback. But we do love it. This should help you find out where you need to go. Okay, so that's a great resource for you. All right, what to expect at this event? We have a couple keynotes. We're going to get started in a few minutes with our first. There are 10 content strands, 66 sessions, and other ways to get connected that I'm going to highlight in a minute. These are the 10 strands. These are connected to our work groups at the National Center on PBIS. And so we would hope that whether you are just getting ready for this work, getting started with it, or getting better, any of these strands could be the right fit for where you are and where you want to go in the next several years. One of these strands that I like to highlight is our Crisis Preparation, Response, and Recovery strand. This year, we're excited that we have a whole strand dedicated to this subject area. You might know this work as it relates to school violence and gun violence, but it also comes to mind because we have colleagues who can't be with us today because of the hurricanes over the last several weeks as well. Our co-director, Heather, is unable to make it for that reason, as well as many wonderful exemplars from Florida and other areas in the Southeast. So I thought about that as I put up this, as I decided to highlight this strand today, because this can speak to that type of impact in your community. What does the preparation, response, and recovery look like when we put it through a data systems practices framework? I'm excited about that. For those of you in leadership positions, state and district and otherwise, if that's an important subject to you, check out that information. All the other strands are amazing too, but that's an important one to highlight. Okay. After you've had several sessions today, there is a facilitated discussion opportunity. You might want to just get into question and answer with the strand leaders from each of those strands. There's 11 of them to choose from. This is one of the best parts of the forum, just getting together with a smaller group and discussing the topic. Those are at 4 o'clock today. The poster and networking session, any poster presenters here today? Thank you. These are our future exemplars. Maybe current exemplars too, or past exemplars, but they're excited to share their data and the work that they've done. So check out the poster session. It's a great place to connect and meet with other people, to network, and to see other great research taking place. All right. Because we are the folks that understand systems, we want to make sure you have a good approach to this event. So have a plan when you're here. I hope you're here with a team. And if you are, decide if you're going to divide and conquer, if you're going to all go to the same sessions so you can think about it in a deeper way. But most importantly, have a plan. We have some resources for that. When you're in your sessions, we want you to think about, how does this topic compare to our current priorities? Is this a good fit? Who's overseeing the work as we integrate the ideas we're learning about today? What should we stop doing to make space for this? And if we're implementing it, is it working? And is it working well? Are we doing it with fidelity? There is a resource, it's called the Action Planning Worksheet on the app. Great tool for you and your team to use, and also to follow up afterwards, to take your notes. All right, as far as food goes, I hope you guys enjoyed breakfast. Was there bacon? I didn't even know, I didn't make it down there. But I would have heard, I think, if there wasn't bacon. There should be bacon tomorrow too. We start planning an event with bacon, and then we go to content. Okay. So there is breakfast tomorrow. Lunch is on your own, but we do have a cookie break this afternoon as well. Tomorrow there will be a healthy snack break set up outside the different meeting spaces. Speaking of tomorrow, we're starting early. So you have to get here even earlier, okay? We have a 7 a.m. breakfast, but our keynote starts at 8 a.m. And our keynote is Ruthie Pino-Simmons. Wow. Hey, hi Ruthie. Ruthie was on a panel last year up here on Friday, and as soon as it was over, we said she needs the whole time. And we're super excited. So we're really thankful, Ruthie, for you coming and for being here tomorrow and presenting with us. And right now, one of our co-directors, Brandy Simonson. Brandy's a professor at the University of Connecticut. She's a co-director with the Center on PBIS. And what I like to say about Brandy is she embodies this work. She is the most pleasant individual, extremely hardworking, and an honor to work with.